Hello, happiness abounder, and welcome back. So, this week we've been talking all about the curse of judgment. And today I might trigger you a little bit because we've been talking about judgment being a mirror of ourselves. We're talking about the judgment we can receive from others and the judgment we give to others, the judgment we give ourselves, and how we should have grace all the way around. But here's the thing. If anyone is staying in a judgment space, judging, hating on other people, or even on themselves, here's the triggering part. You are probably a quitter. You heard me right. You're probably a quitter. Because you're judging other people for trying, and that usually means that you are not. Ooh, I know. I just had a lot of you with your stomach suddenly clench up, your jaw tighten up, and you'd be like, come on, really? I'm not a quitter. I'm trying. Don't tell me I'm not trying, Taylor. I know. I know you're trying. But if you were so busy trying, you wouldn't be busy looking around you and judging the people around you. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. If you are running your own race, you are in your own game, you don't care what's happening in the lane next to you. It's true. So I grew up doing track and field, and it's so cute to watch all the little kids run because they're just learning their coordination, first off, so that's really cute. But second off, they're always looking around, seeing what everybody else in the race is doing. And the thing is that then they get so worried and concerned about what everyone else is doing that they don't even focus on the finish line. They don't even focus on the actual running of the race. They're focusing on everyone else. And then what happens is they lose because they were too preoccupied. Now, for little kids running a race, like, that's not a big deal. But the thing is we take that mentality into our lives as adults. We see that our sister-in-law is doing X, Y, and Z, and that triggers us into thinking like we should probably do that. It's our insecurities. But we're not really focusing on that area of our life, so we're kind of quitting and judging at the same time. Or this person at work is doing this, and that's a problem to you because whatever reason, and it's probably because you aren't doing those things. You're not even taking the action to do those things. You've quit. It's easier to judge someone else from the quitter seat because if you are in the driver's seat, the action seat, you're not paying attention. You're not comparing because you haven't quit. So there's no need to be worried about what someone else is doing. You don't have the time. You don't have the bandwidth. And then judging yourself. That's a different kind of quitting. That's quitting on yourself in a very negative way. When you know you could speak positively, when you know you can use the phrase, I don't know what I don't know, but now I do and I can go. Going is action. Judgment is quitting. I know. That's a hard pill to swallow for you right now. But I wouldn't be me if I wasn't getting real. And it's true. Anytime that I judge myself, if you listen to the story of my negative self-talk in the third episode of this week, that's a time where I felt like quitting. If I don't feel like quitting, I don't feel like judging myself, let alone anyone else. It's really hard to not fall into the comparison trap. It's really hard. But if we can shift our mindsets just slightly into if I'm judging someone or I'm hating on someone or they're doing it to me, chances are they've given up somewhere. And they see this and I'm working hard, I'm going, and they want to pull me down. It's the crabs, right? The crabs in a bucket. One can reach the top and the other ones will yank them down because the other ones really aren't trying. They just don't want you to try, which is why you have haters and people who are judging you. And the same thing is we can do it to other people too if we're not careful. So there's this quote, this phrase, that no one above you judges you. And again, the phrase above you, I'm not sure I resonate with, but someone who has been where you have been doesn't judge you. Because they get it. You may be facing problem A and they're on problem C. And so if they look and see that you're struggling with problem A, they're not going to judge you for it because they've been there. It's the people who are quitters. It's the people who haven't solved problem A and see you working to solve problem A that will try to pull you down and will judge on you and hate on you. So the real question is, are you doing that to anyone else? Because the true curse of judgment, along with all the other things we've talked about this week, is that if you are doing it to someone else, there's an area you feel insecure about that you have given up on. And that's the time to uncover and determine those next steps. Going back to the envy episode, I was judging that other podcaster because I had given up that I wasn't going to have a podcast. And it bothered me to see somebody else have it. When I realized that, I could step out of the judgment and see myself, see that mirror of myself, and look at that and connect the dots and go, okay, is podcasting something I really want? Yes. Great. If that's the case, then I'm going to take action and I'm not going to look at that person anymore. Then I'm not a quitter and I'm not judging anymore. Other side of that is that something I really want. If it wasn't, then I know. And guess what? If it's not something I really want, then there's something else I must be judging them on. And I need to figure out what that is and ask if that's something I really want. And it may be I'm just feeling insecure because they have a better red hair color than me. I don't know. But you can figure out those things and then determine to take action one way or another. Determine if it's you want to keep on judging, which I'm sure most of us don't. Determine if it's something we really want and we're okay with giving up on. Or we see if it's something we want and then we take action and we don't look back. Those are the options when it comes to judgment. Those are the ways to free yourself from the curse of judgment. But judging other people, comparing, hating on, it really is just a mirror back to you and reflects that you've probably given up somewhere. Real talk right here today. So, I'm going to leave you with that thought for this weekend challenge. Look where you've been judging someone and pull back that curtain and see what it is that's really causing you to judge. Where it is that you may have quit, and then make those decisions if you want to quit and it's not something you really want in your life, and then you can let go of that judgment, or make the decision that it is something you want and move forward, rocket forward, run that race and do not look side to side. Focus on the finish line, and once you're there, you won't be judging the people behind you. So I'm leaving you with that today. I hope that this episode, although I'm sure it triggered you a little bit, I hope that you made it through these full minutes, right? These full 10 minutes. And I hope that it resonates with you and gets you thinking. I wouldn't be a happiness mentor, a transformational happiness mentor, if I didn't push you every once in a while. So, that said, have a wonderful day. Think about where you use judgment in the areas you may have quit in your life. But above all of that, if you have judged someone, it does not mean you're a bad person. It just means there's an opportunity to improve. And that you are capable of happiness abound.